This time I wanted to look at Phil Karl's list. He scored the second most points with the Tomb Kings list, and overall someone else came second, but tended to do very well as well. And in this case, probably had a few things that might raise a few eyebrows as well for non-competitive players. Looking through the list, you'll be able to see there's two dragons, two bone dragons, which might be a little bit on the nose for some people. It's a competitive environment, remember. In this instance, there's two different types. One's very tough with Potion of Toughness, interestingly enough, and a Tomb King that has a variety of different tanky magic items and survivability options baked in. The other Bone Dragon is the level 4 caster, and interestingly doesn't really have an outrageous magic item selection. Illusion's an interesting choice, I suppose, but none of the magic items really max out any sort of crazy spectral doppelganger type of combination. And really, it just looks like Illusion might be the best miasmic mirage I'm a huge fan of at controlling other dragons. On top of the two dragons, it has two Tomb Scorpions and two Necrosphinxes. So you'd have a feeling, and it'd be interesting to know how the games went, that this would be good against other large monsters. Interestingly enough, there's not many units, again, like the Wood Elf unit, that did very well in this list overall. The other thing in the list that I think that is pretty fun are the chariots. Here, there's the chariots are as a unit, and not many units at all in the list, the chariots are going to have to do a fair bit of work. They carry the 50-point banner that just adds weapon skill, which might seem like a lot. I suppose with skeletal steeds having weapon skill 2 and the skeleton riders only having weapon skill 3, those are pretty critical numbers for needing to, or in getting +1, would avoid many 5+ to hit rolls on top of the impact hits you'd be expecting from the charges and other sorts of reserve move shenanigans. So on top of the dragons, Tomb Scorpions, Necrosphinxes, you have this big whack of chariots in the middle who are going to have to do some of the other legwork. Finally, for such a small list, I think it's interesting to have the Sepulchral Stalkers and the Ambush special rule in there, which gets a bad rap a lot of the time. I mean, rolling on 4 pluses, some games it doesn't happen at all. I suppose maybe you can avoid it here, where if they arrive late, the other parts of the army seem to be more mobile than usual for Tomb Kings and seem to be probably looking to avoid combat for a long time before uh, going going in for the kill, really. So overall, if you're looking for a casual game, this is probably not it. Two dragons, two Necrosphinxes, two Tomb Scorpions are going to make any sort of big day difficult. But overall, there's a couple of things that are interesting, and this is another list that scored incredibly highly across the board.